NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5. At the 20. First play, Watson to the air. Swings this out for Hunt. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 13. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Working from the gun, Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance, man open, that's Ray McCloud. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Lance now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Chubb running right. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Chubb going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here we go, set. You don't move.
Lance and company going on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Lance looking to throw it. That's Samuel, caught left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Lance looks to throw again. And a slant complete to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st down, Lance. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he's going to go down again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Powers through him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along. Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Watson. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Off of play action, it's Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from Payton. Hunt is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The York on now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on fourth down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on fourth down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey,
he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead,
that is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Lance going to try to throw for this. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You said that before. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Watson, off play action. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Again, it's Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Lance now to throw. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Hitting Samuel on the slant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Lance. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. Lance going to hold on to it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I will take your word, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, 15 yards. And the 49ers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that. And he
NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball. But in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Lance. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This will be taken at the 13. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Play fake. Cousins. And this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now Cousins on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready.
McCaffrey is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Again, McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The center receiver in motion to the right. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Complete to Deebo Samuel. It's a gain of 10. And the 49ers.
On 1st down, Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, that's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
1st down, San Francisco.
Ready.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 from the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance finding Deebo Samuel. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Mattison there to make the grab. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now you got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Taken at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Let's go.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lance again. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. From the 45 on 2nd down, Lance will fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun on third down, Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time. Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
73 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. We didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw.
This is caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. He was blown up in the backfield.
Desperation time here. Lance.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown 49ers.
Ty Davis-Price
from 3 yards out.
And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Nwogu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative with the football.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after it right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
The move past the 40. It's another first down as they bite up 23 more on that one. Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll throw again. Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49ers 20-yard line.
Throwing here, Cousins. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Cousins now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force him into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ready.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
49ers 30. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cousins here to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the